Tonight, from Seattle, Washington, it's Sunday Night Football on EA Sports. The Seattle Seahawks taking on the Green Bay Packers.
Well, the city of Seattle known for coffee, grunge music, and, of course, rain. And we're definitely going to get a heavy dose of the last of those three here tonight as you look inside a wet and wild Lumen Field.
Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Green Bay Packers and the Seattle Seahawks. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you look at this Seahawks team as they get ready here. And they've lost three straight here, and it goes without saying, I guess, they could certainly use a win.
And how do they get a win? Because they've lost three straight, I think it's paramount that they get a fast, clean start to this game.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Packers, last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Both of these teams about to reach the halfway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
So here comes the Packers offense now onto the field.
They'll be led out by a first-round pick in the 2020 draft out of Utah State. This is Jordan Love.
Not sure what you thought, but I thought it was appropriate when he walked into our meeting with his arm totally encased in ice, because he threw 5 touchdown passes last week and won the NFC Offensive Player of the Week award.
Yeah, but reading the paper this morning, and he said, gosh, I actually thought I should have got 6 or 7. But still, it was an amazing performance a week ago.
Boy, I tell you what, if he thought he should have had 6 or 7, that's a guy's an absolute perfectionist, not just greedy.
4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. The numbers for Jones last week, 18 carries, 75 yards.
And they've got a nice scheme going right now, and they run the football pretty well. In fact, I was talking with him on the field before the game, and he said he's starting to hear from the guys ahead of him on the rushing yardage total, and they want to know if he's going to jump up there and join them at the top of the list.
He was looking for his running back, Aaron Jones, that time. And it's third down.
Yards to go.
Eluding the pressure right. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
Now that definitely hurts, because the mindset is getting a 3 and out there, and they don't get it done. They give up the scramble and a pickup for a first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Dontari Poe marches in for the sack.
Was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. To pass, here's Jordan Love. Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Call it a gain of 5. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
Well, for the Seahawks and Packers.
Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, it was 3rd down. Defensively, they were just hoping to make a play and get off the field, get their offense on. Instead, they did one better. Pick it off, take it into the end zone.
Well, they did what you said. They got off the field.
They're going to have to come right back on.
They're going to come right back on, but happily, right? They put the ball in the end zone. That's the way you start a game. That's the way you set the tone.
Now for the point after.
For the point after.
Footing likely going to be an issue all night here on a rainy night, but this one is good. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
This one fielded at the 5. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
First and 10. At their own 29-yard line.
The Packers offense here coming back out for their second drive.
Loving the Packers now with a 1st and 10.
Just shy of the 30. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. He'll be tackled shy of the 35. The power move there couldn't buy him much space. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Now 2nd and 6.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
It's 3rd down.
On 3rd down, Love. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away.
So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. And leading them, Charles, their quarterback, their field general.
And no excitement unless you're on the defensive team of last week in his numbers. Because the only excitement he really generated was the 1 interception he threw.
Yeah, no touchdown passes.
Yeah, and his team wasn't real thrilled about that. And they lost the game. So I know this week has been tough on him because he's been working hard. Fundamentals, footwork, finding the right targets. And bottom line, how do they get a win?
Now it appears we're going to get whistles and a stop, a man down on the return. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Here's a handoff to Carson to begin the drive. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. The numbers on the ground for Carson last week. 9 carries, 99 yards, and a touchdown.
And that's just not enough carries for a running back to get loose and really feel like he's into the game, because they have to have enough volume to establish a rhythm, not just for themselves, but also to get in sync with their offensive line so they can read the blocks properly and they can execute them. I expect them to get a minimum of 15 carries in this game, and the optimum number would be 20+.
22 yards there, a 1st down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Here's the option.
And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on first and second down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Second and 14.
Packer pressure, and down he goes. Preston Smith just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He lets it fly for Lockett. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman, and they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. 3rd and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him, and what I mean by that is what you said, 3rd and long. Got to push it downfield to try and pick up the first down. Defensive backs live for this situation, and they took advantage of the young man right there.
Now trotting out there, the Packers getting ready to go. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it.
Punt's better. Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn into first downs and hopefully points.
Well, here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man, maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. Working out of the gun. Love. The left side completion to Jones. 5 yards on the pickup. And that'll make this a second down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at their 49-yard line.
Here's Love. That's taken in by the tight end, Josiah DeGuara.
And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made. Hawks 40, 11 yards there, first down.
First down.
Love, they go play action now. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Incomplete. Shaquille Griffin there defensively.
They'll throw again. Here's Love on 2nd and 10. And the ball comes out. Love lost it. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. And hopefully for both sides, not a sign of things to come, Charles. This morning, it was so perfect outside, but we knew this weather was coming, and we see the effects of it here early on.
And I wonder if how perfect it was this morning has psychologically fooled everyone. You know, it's almost like even though we were told the weather was coming, and you know the teams knew it as well, that maybe they got fooled and thought, it's going to be okay. And now they're probably a little upset that it's out there.
Because warm-ups were dry.
Oh, well, dry. Now you've got to make the change up, and it's the first quarter. Might take them a little time to settle in on their focus and concentration.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw.
And this a quick slant to Lockett.
It'll be a gain of 15 on the play. And that'll bring up second down.
Brings up second down at the 43.
Here's Carson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1? They went with the run-pass option, and I don't know if the option really mattered there because the defense was ready.
So many times you put the defense at a disadvantage because you have those multiple options, but when they read their keys and play it correctly, sometimes the result goes in their favor.
And the line to gain here is the 37 on third down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Rolling to his left. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced a ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
They run it with Carson. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
This will be caught at about the 6.
And the Seahawks are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up 1st and goal. And now he'll tuck it and run. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal.
Well, he'd had success earlier in the drive keeping it himself. Not here, though.
And sometimes when you have that kind of success, you can fall in love with the option a little bit too much and not give the defense credit for making adjustments themselves. And that play starts to lose its effectiveness.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal.
He may try and run for this. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
He was able to get away earlier in the drive, but apparently all the time they put in practice finally came to the front, didn't it? They remembered their lessons and found a way to contain him when he took off on that one.
Field goal unit and Joey Sly now.
From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And his kick is right there. It's good. And the lead moves to 10-zip.
Seahawks 10. Packers nothing.
A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line so they thought they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here?
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Love going to give this one to Jones.
Looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Love from the gun. Out to his left. He's going to take off with it. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier in this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
On 1st and 10, Love. That is incomplete. Josiah DeGuara, the intended. That'll bring up 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
They'll run it with Jones. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
5 yards on the play.
Love from the gun on 3rd down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And a return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league...
And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. In a play like that, with how far he had to go to make that sack, shows how athletic defensive ends have become in the NFL.
And not just athletic. This is coached in a big way. Run to the football at all times. How about him never giving up on it and pursuing all the way across the field?
So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Buying time to his left. And he's going to keep it here. A heck of an effort there on the scramble leaves him with just 3rd and a yard. I thought they were going to sack him there like they did on 1st down. Great coverage, but he found a way to move with his legs.
Yeah, his ability to take off. Not only did he get some yardage back, he got a little bit extra. Really helps him on 3rd down. Makes it manageable now.
Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
Brings up 4th down and 1.
On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. And now on 4th and 1, it's a fake. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out, and the Packers D comes up with a big stop. Jordan Love and the Packers heading back out there. His feet, what he's been able to do individually running the ball, it's kind of kept him in this game.
No doubt about it, because if he's not making the plays that we've seen, they are really getting blown out in this one. I don't think they have any chance at all. He's keeping them in striking distance, hoping to get some help from the defensive side of the ball so that maybe some of these plays can turn into plays that maybe put them in the lead.
Firing quickly out wide is Love. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches.
2nd down, Love. This one brought in by Jefferson. And he'll get it down here to the 43. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
And the Packer 1st down.
Operating from the gun. Love. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer 1st down. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
He was brought down by Van Berkerven.
From the gun, Love.
He'll find Aguara complete.
Love's pass.
That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's third down.
Operating from the gun. Love. Caught on the right side by Jones. Now this defense rallies, and they stop him short of the first down right near the 24. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now fourth down. The field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on fourth down here. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. And Gay knocks this one through. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3.
10. Packers 3.
So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to their goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 24.
And out now come the Seahawks. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Jordan Love sacked. A fumble on the play.
We always hear a lot of veterans on the defensive side of the football. They talk about smelling blood in the water, putting pressure on a rookie. They got to him there to force it free, but couldn't recover it.
And you mentioned the pressure. Rookie quarterback, you're going to bring more pressure at him at all times because you don't know how he's going to hold up. He was fortunate there. Luck was on his side, able to recover that fumble.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Carson will take the handoff out of the action play.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. On third down, it's Carson. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. It's a 45-yard punt, but a decent return there of 9 yards. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10.
The Packers offense set to go. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a...
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Carlos Dunlap, the Florida Gator, chopping his way to the quarterback. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
The last completion actually lost a yard, so now they'll need to convert on 3rd down. Jones. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. They'll score that a 36-yard punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half.
4-yard line.
They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
They'll come up on a 2nd and 4 now from the 40-yard line.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. On first down, he'll drop to throw.
He'll air this one out for Kirk.
And this one is incomplete. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll begin our tour up at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, where it was the visiting Bengals who were able to come away with the road victory. Tyler Boyd, a touchdown catch in the victory. Next, we head off to check out another game, and they were losers in that one to the visiting Minnesota Vikings. A 10-point victory in the end. 24-14, the final. And then lastly, on Monday Night Football, those fans will be riled up as it'll be a good matchup between their guys and the New York Jets. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a defensive struggle. Which offense can break through in the second half? To find out, let's hand it over to our broadcast team of Brandon Gotten and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard.
So here are the Seahawks ready to take over on offense. They are trying to snap that 3-game losing streak. On top so far with the football here, first and 10. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
Ball carrier brought down at the 30-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up second and
4. That's to the tight end, Colby Parkinson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Seahawks. First and 10 at the 40.
On first down, Carson. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time.
Taken down at
a gain of 3, second down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
On the option, a handoff to Carson.
Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with third down coming up.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up third.
They'll try and pick it up by running the option to the right. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. 5 yards that time, taking it himself, and he has enough for the first.
So that was all you're looking for on a play like that. Get the first down and keep the drive moving.
Yeah, it just looked to me like he just said to himself, I've got this. I'll take it. I'll pick it up, and let's keep moving. Get the first down, get a new set, and let's start over.
So into Packer territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 47. Now it's Carson. And he's going to be met at about the 43.
The ball carrier.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second and 7.
Now an option play, and he'll keep it. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
And the line to gain here is the 37 on third down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up fourth down.
He steps out.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. And that will wind up just short. He had it on line. It ran out of gas at the end. And this score will stay right where it is. Here's the Packers offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
That would have been from way downtown. Pretty big roll of the dice, and he comes up a bit short.
Yeah, you knew when you saw the holder setting up on the other side of the 50 that this was going to be a long shot. But to me, there's really no loss here because you've shown confidence in him. Kicking it from a long distance, that'll pay dividends. And the miss, you can shake that one off. He wasn't likely to make it in the first place.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He'll find his tight end here, DeGuara. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
First down, Green Bay.
Out of the shotgun, it's Love. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Adams.
Complete to
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 29.
From the shotgun, a give to Jones. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
The tackle made by Jordan Brooks. It's a gain of a yard, and it's third.
On 3rd and short, they'll try option left. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. The keeper nets him only a yard, and that's going to bring up 4th.
I'll bet they thought they had picked that one up because it was a 3rd and 2 call, and they got awfully close. Now we're at 4th and inches. I wonder if they think they're feeling lucky here and maybe want to go pick it up.
It would be a very makeable field goal try from here, but instead they're going to go for it. They'll run it with Jones. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. He needed a yard. He didn't get anything. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. So the defensive front holding strong there on 4th and inches.
And how about the battle of big people up front? That turned into a leverage game, didn't it? Defensive linemen, they won it. Lower than the offensive guys, pushed them back, knifed through, and made a great play.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. He'll buy some time right. The improv act there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1.
Made at the 36-yard line. A gain of 9 brings up 3rd.
And they'll run the option on 3rd and short yardage. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. 5 yards that time, taking it himself, and he has enough for the first. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well. So it's all over. A Green Bay victory. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
No, without question. When you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you force 4 turnovers and lose a ball game. That's almost unheard of. They carried this one home. You talk about celebrating with each other and being in a position where going forward, all you think about is, let's get 5 next time. They're going to be on the hunt.
So for Green Bay, they move back over 500 now at 4-3. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Chicago Bears. Meanwhile, for Seattle, things are definitely going south quickly as they fall now to 1-6. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.